Is everything to your liking? That's good. Of course. I made sure it was exactly how you usually order it. It also helps that they actually remembered it at the cafe. It does look good. I've actually been thinking of ordering it myself at some point. Maybe next time. I thought it might be better than whatever I tried to brew myself. And it's at least a little closer to the feeling of our old dates. You know, I'm perfectly fine with retroactively considering them as such. Unless you prefer this to be considered our first, I wouldn't mind reliving falling in love with you. It's been so long. It would do me good to experience some nostalgia. Hmm, let me think. When you walked over to me that first time and sat me down for a chat, I knew right then and there that you'd stolen my heart, right from under my nose. You play so dirty, you know? Having such a cute little pout when you try to convince me of something. How could anyone resist? It's not just me, honey. I work with people who have a strong taste for that. Oh, my allies can be absolute sharks. At least the competent ones. I don't think the runts will give me too much trouble if they know what's good for them. I'm not concerned about any of your friends getting in the way. Whatever is going on in any of their heads about you is irrelevant, especially now. Come now. You all knew what you were getting into. There was always the chance that you'd lose, especially when you're entering enemy territory. You were at a severe disadvantage from the start, trying to take us on in our own base of operations. Well, I can assure you that, at the very least, they're being fed well enough. None of our prisoners would be treated so poorly, considering we have something to gain from keeping them alive. You may be my one and only, but don't forget, we still have jobs to do. And unfortunately, that means getting information out to your friends and punishing them for causing us so much trouble in the past. At least be grateful that you get the luxuries you do. In the boss's eyes, you aren't here, so nothing bad can happen to you. It's what it is for now. I can only do so much to keep you safe. So you will just have to bear with the circumstances for now. But I'll make sure to let you go once your friends have been given the clear. It'll be up to the boss how long they'll be kept around. I have no say in that. But fortunately for you, I'm in charge of their punishments on some days. I can be so much more lenient on them if I so desire. Don't get your hopes up. It's not as simple as that. Every choice I make comes with a price. You should know by now how much I like having compensation for everything. You're gonna end up wringing me dry if I do everything out the kindness of my heart. How about you? Would you be willing to do a few favors for me? Just so that it's equal for both of us. I would hate for this relationship to be one-sided. Well, depending on how you look at it, this can be very easy for you. I am quite certain that what I plan to ask for in return is something you are perfectly willing to give. I want one date per friend I decide to spare. Per session. I think that's more than reasonable considering how long our dates are compared to the time I spend with them. The boss usually has me watching over each of them for a good few hours. An hour or so to chat over coffee seems very generous for that, don't you think? Oh, I wish the time we spent together here was always for dates, but I'm afraid the time I spend away doing work doesn't count. Believe me, I'd love to spend the whole day with you. But at the same time, there's something nice about coming over to my quarters and having you greet me after a long day of work. It makes me appreciate the moments I do have with you. Of course I do. I can't go without seeing that cute little face of yours. It's part of my daily routine. My entire life would be in shambles if all that got taken away. What could I possibly do without our little dates? Do you want me to actually spend time with my allies in the break room? With instant coffee? Not even a semi-decent creamer? You can't seriously curse me with a life so cruel? You couldn't pay me to go back to that, especially when I can do so much better. I think our situation here is the best of both worlds. We're both where we want to be. It's a nice little reprieve for all the noise and other distractions. Your friends can enjoy themselves once they deserve it. That offer is still up for you. Those dates can go a long way. Hmm. It is unfortunate that it could sully our relationship, making our dates so transactional. I could always come up with something a bit easier. Maybe something that you can pay in full, then not have to worry about it later. How about some kisses? What? They're quick and easy to do. Have them all in one go. Pay the price for your friends' well-being, then never have to worry about it again. Once that's taken care of, they'll go back to being just as enjoyable as they were always. Well, I hope you at least still enjoy it now. It wouldn't even feel like you're doing it to help them. It'll be fun. So, we have an agreement? Good. Now, it's up to you when you want to make your payment. I'm very willing to take it at any time. Of course. Now's as good a time as any. No, no, that's not enough. You have to make up for the rest of the time they're here, remember? So, Let me have the rest. There. That's all you had to do. No more having to worry about any of that. Your friends will be in good hands from now on. Yes, I'll be lenient with them. Just for you. We aren't done here. That might have been taken care of, but you are still mine for the rest of the day. I'm not going to let you go like that. Not until I'm done with you, of course. Maybe never. You're mine forever, aren't you? Circumstances don't need to change. We got to where we are now with the positions we're in, didn't we? There will always be a reason to oppose each other in one way or another. But it doesn't have to be like in that way. You don't have to fight back. Let's have our fun there. No more strings attached. Just pure fun. I'm ready whenever you are.